Yo, what's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Emmanuel. Welcome back again to the channel. Okay, if it's your first time on this channel, I go by the name of Emmanuel, aka palmwinepapi. We are out here reviewing everything from Afrobeats, Afropop, Nigerian music. Let's go, let's get it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. You've seen the title, you know why we're here. We're not here to play. You know, Joeboy dropping his debut album. Finally, man. This has been a long time coming for Joeboy. Breaking out in the summer of 2019 with this massive, huge banger, baby. Joeboy has gone to become one of the pop sensations in Africa, man. He has dominated crowds in different parts of the continent and has accumulated millions upon millions of streams. Nominated for the Next Rated Award. This guy is like poised to be the next big thing for the next generation. So he's one of those guys coming up that really signifies what the future of Afrobeat or Afropop would look like and would sound like. With this not being his first project, obviously we've seen him from Love and Light and the EP that had obviously the banger like Baby, Beginning, a lot of hitters on that one. Nonetheless, a nice subtle way to introduce himself when it comes to projects, but I feel like this is a bigger deal, this is a bigger factor. It's an LP. It's called Something Between Beauty and Magic. And obviously just looking at the cover, you're seeing him on a rock. This reminds me of like say LTG meets Daniel Caesar's album cover. Just having a very gorgeous landscape view behind him. The picture is very subtle, very relaxing, and he's sitting on a rock. And just off the picture, I'm getting like very smooth, very calm atmosphere from this. Obviously with Joeboy being around for a while, we've had a good sense of his sound. He has a very like templated Afropop, Afrobeat sound. Everything we've heard from him, even from the Love and Light album, has always pointed to like a very commercial leaning. Obviously very lady friendly. He's not a bad looking guy, so he's a heartthrob for many. And if you look at his shows, look at his fans, his core fan, you already know what his core fan base looks like. Now quickly, what to expect on this album. The very big, just by looking at the track list, the very obvious thing here is he has no features, right? And a debut album that has no features is a very like ballsy move and very risky move to make. When it comes to albums like this that are solo, it takes a lot to engage a listener throughout the experience of an album. If it's just you that they're going to be hearing throughout. A nice thing that features bring to an album is it alternates the atmosphere, but it alternates the perspectives in some sense. You know, it changes the vocal tones and textures in the album. Basically, most features are there to just spice things up and add value to your project. With this being with no features, it's a huge hit or miss. You could either go in the route of Fireball's LTG, where he showed enough range, enough versatility, strong production to keep us engaged throughout the album. Or it could go the route of a Techno, where the album was crying and begging for features. I hope that's not the case in this album, because this is his debut album. He's going to make a statement for himself. So with that being said, I'm expecting, or I predict he's going to show sides of himself that we've never seen. He's going to tackle sounds that we've never seen Joeboy on or never imagined him to be on. Even subject matter as well, because he's always been love-centered. He always makes romantic songs, singing about relationships. I would expect him to dig deeper than that with this one. Tackle a lot of things, a lot of realities. Obviously, he's going to touch on the fact that he's now a superstar, right? He's going to talk about that. He's going to show his human side and how he's dealing with this new lifestyle, with this new newfound fame. Obviously, he's going to have some form of reflection of that into his song. So I'm hoping to hear all of that. And I can't wait to get into this one, guys. Without any further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Now the first track, ladies and gentlemen, this one is called Count Me Out. Okay, trumpets. Yo, who produced this? It feels like a feels beat, man. Okay, so far I'm hearing a lot of trumpets, a lot of orchestra feeling. It feels like a band it feels like a marching band kind of atmosphere I'm getting. The trumpets are banging, the drums are hitting there. I'm feeling the entry, the entrance feeling. That's what I like to see in intros, man. And so far they're killing it, bro. You know if you count me out, that's what it's telling you. Okay, tell him, okay, I like this energy that is coming off it, man. Alright. Oh, short and sweet. Short and sweet. That was a nice intro. Short and sweet, man. Very concise, straight to the point. Man said, you know if you count me out, man. So come say I know they shout anyhow. You know if you count me out. That was mad. I can see obviously coming up from a standpoint of braggadocio. Like this man is telling you, like, with this level of confidence, you don't see it in a quote unquote like heartthrob guy. And he's trying to like push back on this soft image that he already has, quote unquote. And I rate it. I rate the energy he's coming off with, but you can't count me out. And obviously he's talking about the fact that his rise into fame and stardom it'd be like magic, man. Like a lot of people don't understand the science behind it. And I was kind of making the points that even though it looks like magic how I got here, I'm still gonna be here. Like that's mad confident, bro. That's mad confident. I could never see Joeboy in that light. So I'm already like, okay, this is a different side of this guy immediately. I'm already in awe, man. Like this is mad. This is mad. Next track, Focus. Now, this is like the first full song. Melodies. That's what I'm here for, man.
Focus. See me at the drive, focus.
Yeah, this is the one. This is it. Okay. Oh, this is good. This Joeboy in his bag, bro. Oh, this feels good, man. Okay, we're getting a dubstep drop. What are we, 2012? That felt good. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the song. And obviously you can see the transition already. He's telling you like, I'll be dropping smash hits and that's how it go be, that's how it go day. And he follows that with a track that's supposedly it feels like this one is gonna stand out. This one's gonna enter. A very, very sweet melody on this one. Obviously you can see him in his comfort zone. This is the pocket he thrives and I can see the melody growing on me. Now for next track, number 1. Okay, those drums are coming in hard, okay? Off the gate. Okay, falsettos. Nah, that's too sweet, bro. Like, let's go. Okay. This is a very sad outro. Those violins at the end just felt really sad. It felt like I was in a funeral or something. Now for a track like this to follow a song like Focus, definitely this is him in his comfort zone. It's starting to get like, okay, we see the vibe, we see the energy. 2 tracks in now. Maybe this is too early to say, but my fear is now I don't want this to like stretch throughout the listening process of this entire album. I would love a lot of more surprises. Everything feels kind of predictable at this point, but we're only 2 tracks in, like 2 proper songs in, right? The intro track did its job. It's an intro. This song, number 1, I appreciated the fact that he was hitting some really, really clean notes. I feel like that was challenging alone for him to do as an okay singer, but not like the cleanest of vocalists. I feel like he challenged himself here. Definitely finished work on that particular hook. But I'm just curious as to what the entire album is going to sound like at this point. We need some ginger. We need some a little like, I don't know, some little like throw us a curveball here or there. Like I would love to see that on this album. Next track, Police. Okay. Oof. The transition from the drums, the very hard hitting drums to the soft keys at the end there, that was smooth, man. Give me a maximum, and I know you got me up like me. Okay. I don't know. Why does this feel dry? Why is dry the word I'm thinking about once I hear this? I don't know, as soon as the hook came in, the hook just feels dry. I feel like it just needed something to water the hook a bit, make it more, palatable, make it more like inviting, Right now it just sounds like the hook was like another verse or something. I feel like nothing changed, nothing switched up to mark that this is a chorus, like, or to like pace you into it, because usually you would have something to help transition you into a chorus of a song, to know, to like almost to signify in your head that, okay, this is the point where you pay your attention, where you pay attention to the hook, where you pay, like, this is the part where you're supposed to like get like into the song, supposed to feel something. And honestly, I felt absolutely nothing after hearing that, and I was like, bruh, something is off here, man. Something is just off. The harmonies are not just like, they're not marrying, like it's not feeling good like as it used to, you know what I mean? It's not feeling as good. Like, his harmonies are not clean on the song. It just feels off. It feels like if you can hear the layering of his vocals there, man, it just feels off. Is it just me? Yo. Come on, Joeboy, come on. Yeah, that's probably my least favorite Joeboy song. Yeah, this song wasn't it, man. This song was not it. So, at first it feels like we're getting somewhere with something hard, something hidden, and we're hit with the soft keys. And the soft keys come in over time, like nothing else happens. Like nothing keeps you in there. As we transition into the hook, nothing again. Like, it's just like the harmonies were off, like, and just the entire melody wasn't strong. It just felt weak. It just felt dry. It felt empty. I'll hold the producer on this one more responsible, because like, it just felt empty. The atmosphere just felt empty, man. As soon as we get into the meat of the song, it just felt dry. It just felt like there was nothing else. Now let's see if Joeboy redeems himself. This is the next track, Door. Okay, something high lifey. Alright. Okay, maybe Joeboy is coming back now. He's redeeming himself just for the first 10-15 seconds. We're getting somewhere with this high life vibe I'm catching. Let's go. Okay, that song wasn't bad. It was definitely a change of energy, change of tone in a way. That very guitar-centric kind of atmosphere, man. But I felt like the bulk of this song was the production. And like, Joeboy kind of, like, I don't know, maybe it's my speakers or just, like, you can't really necessarily hear what he's saying. You can't necessarily get the message. He delivers his vocals in a way that it's kind of like he's slurring his words, but that's his style, and that's how he likes to deliver his vocals, and I guess that's just the texture of his voice. But it just feels like he's laid back with his delivery on. It definitely starts to remind me of Techno's Old Romance album. But nonetheless, man, I'm hoping with the few tracks that are left, we get a lot of more oohs, more ahs, a little bit of, you know, something to grab onto, something to hold. Like, but I want to hear something that I would be like super excited about. Like, so far I haven't heard that. Like, I haven't gravitated to that one song. So far the closest to it maybe is Focus at this point. But I'm hoping to hear something I can hold on to, and I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet with this album. Let's give it another try, man. Something more intentional here. Let's hear it. Okay, so far on this one is like he's on this hook so far, man. We've never gone into the meat. I just have to pause the two to recognize that he's being very much more intentional on this record. Like, you can hear, like, as soon as it comes with that show me, like, you can hear a little more like, okay, like, I'm here to deliver a good record here, right? And not like the laid back, like, nonchalant kind of like approach that he has been having so far. Okay. He's getting really comfy, man. Like he's definitely comfortable in all these records. Nonetheless, this one definitely had more intention in the delivery of his of the hook of the entire song, honestly. But I'm still like, I don't know, man. There's just something that's missing here. I just feel like so far the album has been sounding like a very similar direction throughout. Subject matter seems the same, which feels like every single that he has released. In doses, the song might be nice, but so far in the entire experience, we're 6 tracks in, and nothing has caught me off guard to the point where I'm like, okay, Joeboy is out here to make a statement, to make a moment out of this. Nonetheless, don't get me wrong, I feel like if you're his core fan base, you would be feeling most of the songs. You would be almost all the way there with him. But so far, I'm still waiting to hear a song that like would have a peak of a moment. Most tracks now at this point seem like the subject matter seems to be heading in one direction. It's one thing to make songs about love, and it's always good because that's the template for the pop music scene. Like that's the lane he's on. But there's something about like focusing on love and then trying to point at different narratives around love, not necessarily on love. You could talk about different things and different themes, different subject matters or angles to look at things, you know. I really want him to explore beyond the "oh baby girl, can I win you over" kind of narrative, because that one is just, yeah, man, we've heard that every time, bro. Like, I won't lie, like that narrative is, we're tired. We're tired of that narrative. I would love for him to, I don't know, be more playful with it, get more adventurous, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, a little bit more surprises. Everything so far sounds predictable, and I hate to use this word, kind of monotonous in the same way I looked at techno, bro. Like, it's almost it's the techno direction that we're heading towards now, and I hate that for this album.
Run away. Oh,
Alright.
please stay, I beg you to run away from me. Girl, I can't deny. There's a vibe
Okay, I love this.
in your eyes. Nah.
Oh, I love the melody, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking. Let's go.
My bad way, oh, Joeboy, my bad way.
Okay.
All that come your way, you go tell
Okay, now I'm awake. Let's go. Yes. You're there. Okay. This feels angelic, you know, like chills. Okay, Joeboy. Now we're here. This is what you've been hiding since. There have been a lot of songs that I've been waiting for him to to make it a little bit more memorable, and this was definitely one of them. This was like a strong song. This definitely got me in the feels a bit, like, bruh. But this was definitely much more romantic. A lot, like, it was paced down. It felt more solemn. It felt more intimate. Like, I woke up here, man. This is where I woke up. All right, Lonely. Yeah, we've heard that one. Definitely in his own lane. Like, it feels like he has given us the same kind of ginger. Like, there's a template for him, and he follows that template to the T on this one. Like, he follows that template very well on this one. But let's move to the next song, Consent. Okay, this is getting interesting. Now we're hearing different subject matters, different angles, different ways to look at things. Is meant to be Amapiano? Nah, it can't be. I don't like how plasticky the beat feels. Yo, who produced this, man? I don't like the feeling on this one. Maybe the mixing on that snare. That snare feels too abrasive. Okay, good message. I'm here for the message. Let's go. But this production, though. Okay, another very, very, very bad production moment here. Definitely, let's commend the message. I feel like he definitely changed the narrative here, and it's awesome to see him use his platform to pass across that message. But let's talk about that beat, though. Bro, how plasticky could you get? Like, I don't know, like, how can I put it? The snare was, like I mentioned, the snare was just doing too much. and the horn there was like, we get it. You just feel like the beat was trying too hard to have an piano moment, but like it just wasn't entering. I don't know, maybe the mixing again. I think maybe the mixing on this was off, because the vocals were not present. It was not. He didn't feel like he was there. Again, very nonchalant delivery. Next track, oh shit. Okay, yeah, indifferent. Very indifferent about it. No striking indication here. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing out of this song, man. Just nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just felt nothing. Nothing experimental. Nothing. Yeah, just nothing, man. I don't know what to say. Like, this album isn't giving me much. To be honest, man, this album isn't giving me much. This monotonous feeling is strong on this one, man. It's very strong. Joeboy is honestly not hitting the mark here so far. You just have to get on with it, man. The next track, oh. I think Joeboy lost his manners on these beats. It feels like he's tapping his inner Malian, you know? At this point, we all can hear it, that this album definitely needs features. This have been an okay atmosphere for an Aramali verse or a Zlatan verse or something, if you're really tapping into that energy, and you have to be intentional with it. Nonetheless, it was like, okay, interesting, but the execution of it at the end of the day didn't really make an impact on my experience of the album.
Says she wants to be my sugar mama. She promised me, says she don't get the drama.
It sounds like a very, very, very like Mr. Easy melody here so far. It feels like I can hear the song in Mr. Easy's verse. It just feels like a very Mr. Easy atmosphere. Is it just me? All right, Sugar Mama. That was another like moment. Very indifferent. It just felt like I could appreciate some of his runs and the verses here. I think it was intentional on some runs. Like, he was awake on those verses. But nonetheless, Joeboy has songs under 2 minutes 30 seconds. So like, you can't really get much out of his verses. His verses are very in and out quickly. You're going back to the chorus or something. But for a verse, I feel like he has some of his strongest verses on this song. And I think the second verse was interesting. And not a terrible record, but then again, for the purpose of this album experience, I don't think it added much to it. I don't think it said much. I don't think it did anything. It just feels copy paste, man. I can't. There's no other way to put it. I just felt like it could be a lot more adventurous than this one. And track 13, it seems unavailable. So at the moment where I was recording, the song Betatin was not available, but now it is. I've heard the song, and it has a very soft, very subtle guitar riff that is present throughout the song mostly. So basically on this song, the narrative here is different. Obviously, he's here pointing out the fact that obviously before he's found fame and wealth, not many people cared about him, which obviously makes sense. So it's that narrative of like people flock to notoriety, people flock to wealth, and he's in a different place now. So he's obviously tapping into that reality that he's in a different place financially. He's in a different place just off of the success of his recent work. And this is a down to earth moment on the album. This is a down to earth point because it's a different narrative. It's something that really looks at his reality. It's kind of personal on this one because it's touching on a topic that revolves around his newfound fame, and it makes sense, and it's a good way to actually transition into the next song, which was Celebration, to be like a festivity with the people that really love him, the people that really care about him, versus the people that didn't really, versus the people that were there just for just for the money that he has or just for the other reasons to befriend Joeboy, you know what I mean? But now he's on the other song, Celebration, is transitioning into like a more festive mood that really revolves around people that love you for who you are. And yeah, that was interesting transition on both songs there. So far, my biggest takeaways of this record, of this entire album, definitely the first track. The intro track was what like threw a curveball at us and set the tone to let guys know I'm here to stay. I'm here to make hits. I'm here to be relevant for the long run. I think he has branded himself as this young legend, and on that one song, Count Me Out, it was basically saying don't count me out. I even feel the title of the song is misleading. I think the meat of the song was saying don't count me out, but moving forward into the album, you hear a song like Focus. Okay, it feels like, okay, yeah, this is Joeboy in his pocket. This is what we've almost like gotten to know him for. It kind of grew stale at some point. Like the vibe of the album, the entire atmosphere of the album felt like we've seen it before. It felt like, okay, can we move beyond this? I felt like you're not bringing anything new to the table. You're not bringing anything surprising other than the confidence that we saw in the intro track. Some okay attempt at making a top charting song, for sure, but then again, you guys already know me. I look at albums in its entirety and the experience of the entire album. This wasn't a great experience, nonetheless. This wasn't like, I'm not leaving here with like, wow, that was like, no. I felt like this entire album definitely needed a little more mystique, a little more adventure, a little more, I don't know, man. His delivery alone too wasn't like, on many records were not as intentional as you would hope. I guess you can say that's a style of delivery, but for an album, you have to switch it up. You have to be more intentional. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of people will see this album in a different light, especially the demographic of his fan base. Definitely people will walk away with different opinions. Of course, music is subjective, but this one, just from the lens of I see it, how I look at albums in general, this wasn't that eventful for a debut album, pointing me to immediately like a techno old romance critique. The same comment I will pass on that album, I could definitely well pass the same comment here. It felt monotonous. It felt like this album needed features. It was begging for features, especially on many songs that you can see him try to attempt a lane that wasn't really his. We can acknowledge the idea of trying to break out and stretch yourself a little bit, but it didn't really fit well. It didn't feel authentic when he tried to jump on that Rexy, that Malian wave. But for my favorites would be, without a doubt, I think the intro track, Runaway, was a very, very sweet record. Least favorites, it's very hard to pick a least favorite because I think a lot of the impressions I got on many of these songs were the same. Oh, no, I lied. Police, that was his worst song ever. My final rating for Joeboy's debut, somewhere between Beauty and Magic. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you're new to this channel, I go by the name of Emmanuel, aka palmwinepapi. I just put out my monthly playlist, so if you haven't gotten a chance to see that, definitely go check it out. Of course, let me know how you felt about this album. Did you guys like it? Did you guys not feel it? And how you guys would rate it out of 10? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.